The man took off his pants in front of everyone. Even though white men tried to stop him, he ignored them and rushed straight into the water. Seeing this, the white officer immediately ordered his arrest because there was a rule: white men could swim anytime, but black men could only enter the water on Tuesdays. Yet this man chose to defy it. The white men chased him, but he swam too fast, they couldn't catch him. Though he proved his strength, he was still arrested. He thought he would surely be dismissed, but the results surprised him. Instead of punishment, he was promoted from a regular mess attendant to a petty officer. It turned out that a high-ranking officer had seen him swimming. Impressed by his courage and skill, the officer recommended him for the Navy's diving and rescue training program. The man thought his life was about to change, but reality was harsher. When the instructor saw he was black, he refused to let him in and told him to go back where he came from. But the man refused to leave. He stood there from morning until evening. Seeing his stubbornness, the instructor finally let him in. Inside the school, white students looked down on him, but he endured it. When he reached the dorm, his roommates packed their bags and left as soon as they saw he was black. Only one remained, a stuttering boy who was also bullied. The two became friends. That night, cold water was dumped on the man. The instructor was giving him special training, blasting him with a high-pressure hose and repeatedly holding his head underwater to force him to quit. But the man clenched his teeth and endured, remembering his father's words: no matter how hard it gets, never give up. His father hadn't wanted him to live as a farmer like their ancestors, so he sent him to the Navy, hoping he could make something of himself. But because the stuttering boy was close to him, the instructor targeted him too, forcing him to hold a 30-pound iron block underwater for 4 minutes. When the boy failed, he was expelled. The man felt guilty, but he was in danger too. His grades were poor. If he ranked last again, he'd be kicked out. While other trainees went out on weekends, he stayed in the library, studying with a female librarian. They often worked late into the night. His effort paid off. His grades went from failing to excellent. But the white instructors and students still looked down on him. During a training exercise, 2 students were welding a damaged ship underwater when it suddenly sank. One man's oxygen hose got tangled. It was an emergency. The black man volunteered to help, but as soon as he dove in, the ship slid into a deeper trench. The other student, a white man, panicked and fled, leaving them behind. The black man fought hard to save his trapped teammate, swapping his oxygen tank just before he passed out. At the awards ceremony, everyone expected the black man to be honored, but the medal went to the white student who had run away. The instructor even praised him, saying, "Keep up the good work." They wanted the black man to understand, no matter how hard he tried, he would never be accepted here. Only the man he saved looked at him with silent gratitude.